I can't believe this is happening, I whispered, staring at the ultrasound photo. 2 tiny shadows, 2 heartbeats. 1 broken mother. Are you sure you don't want someone with you? Dr. Lisa asked gently as she adjusted the 4. No one's coming, I said. My throat tightened. He blocked my number. She paused. The father, I nodded. Is getting married today, to someone else. Her face froze. I'm so sorry. I stared at the pale ceiling. He told her I was dead. Dr. Lisa stopped moving. What? He said I died. That I was gone. That I cheated. I didn't. I just got pregnant. I closed my eyes. With his children. How far along are you now? She asked softly. Almost 7 months, I murmured. They're healthy. It's better than me. Dr. Lisa sat on the edge of the bed. Why would he do this? 'Cause I wasn't part of his plan anymore. I turned my head to the side. Because I was inconvenient. My phone lit up again. A message from my cousin. Did you know Ethan's getting married today? I didn't reply. Had nothing left to say. Do you have anywhere to go after this? Dr. Lisa asked. No. I shook my head. My parents believe him. Said I brought shame to the family. I've been sleeping at a friend's couch, but she moved last week. She stood up slowly. You shouldn't be alone like this. I already am, she sighed. Do you want to report him? This sounds like abandonment. What's the point? I whispered. He wins either way. He gets his new life. His clean slate. I get left with everything. No, she said firmly. You get left with them. She pointed at the photo in my hand. And that's not nothing. I looked at it again, their tiny forms. I imagined their faces, their cries. Would they look like me or him? I loved him, I whispered. I would have given up anything for him. And he gave up you, she said. That's not love. I sat up slowly, holding my belly. I begged him to stay. When I found out, I thought he'd be scared at first. But I thought he'd come around. What did he say? He said I trapped him, that I ruined his future, that I was just a mistake he needed to erase. Dr. Lisa's jaw clenched. You are not a mistake. I blinked fast, fighting the tears. I asked him for help. He blocked me. I went to his apartment. He said I was stalking him. Silence. I shouldn't have gone, I whispered. No, she said. You shouldn't have needed to. A nurse knocked. Doctor, you're needed in delivery. Dr. Lisa gave me one last look. We'll figure something out. You're not alone. When she left, I stared out the window. The sky was bright. A good day for a wedding. I imagined Ethan's smile. The same smile he used to give me in bed, in the kitchen, in the rain. I wondered if he looked happier now. I hated myself for still wondering. My phone buzzed again. A photo, this time. Them in white, smiling, Alyssa in a lace gown. Ethan in a suit I picked out for his last birthday. I stared at the screen like it was some horror movie, except I was in it. Except I was the corpse they buried. I texted him one last time. I saw the photo. I hope she never ends up in a hospital, bleeding, calling your name. The message didn't go through. Blocked. That was it. I lay back down, one hand on my belly. We don't need him, I whispered. We have each other. A small kick answered me. I laughed through tears. We'll be okay, I said again. I don't know how, but we will. The door opened. Dr. Lisa was back. I made a few calls. There's a temporary shelter across town. It's clean, safe. They'll take you in tonight. I blinked. Why are you helping me? 'Cause I was you once, she said simply. Because no one helped me. I couldn't speak. I just nodded. She handed me a folded slip of paper. It's not much, but it's something. Keep the twins safe. That's what matters now. I tucked the note into my bag and stood up slowly, the weight of the world under my ribs. I'm not his wife anymore. I whispered as I shuffled toward the door. But I am their mother. Did you see this? Nurse Carrie handed me her phone. I took one glance at the screen and felt my stomach drop. There they were, Ethan and Alyssa, on a beach, laughing, kissing, honeymoon smiles. He really did it, I whispered. He married her. Carrie touched my shoulder gently. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have shown you. No, I need to see it. I stared at the photo. I need to stop pretending he'll come back, she hesitated. Want me to bring you some tea? I shook my head. I need a new name. Maybe a new life. You have 2 lives growing inside you, she said softly. And he's out there sipping champagne while they kick my ribs, I muttered. Fair trade, right? I stood up slowly, still sore, still bruised. I grabbed my phone. One last try. Me, please, just call me. I'm not asking for money. I just want you to acknowledge them. Delivered no reply. I stared at his name. Then erased it. Deleted our photos, blocked myself from ever hoping again. Then I dialed his mother. She answered on the second ring. Hello? It's me, I said quietly. Long pause. You shouldn't call this number again. I thought you'd want to know. I'm carrying your grandchildren. My son told me everything, she snapped. You're no longer part of this family. Mrs. Carter, please, you are an embarrassment. And don't you dare try to manipulate me with some sob story. They're his kids. I don't care, she spat. Whatever mess you created is yours alone. She hung up. I stared at the screen until it went black dot. My heart did the same dot later that night. Carrie found me sitting in the hallway. You okay? She asked. I don't know who I am anymore, I whispered. You're a mom. I'm a ghost. He didn't just leave. He erased me. I get off in 20 minutes, she said. Want to talk? Talk or scream. Both's allowed. We sat in the break room later. I sipped old coffee. She folded laundry. There's a place downtown, she said. It's not fancy, but it's warm. You can stay until the babies come. A shelter. She nodded. I have nothing, I admitted. No job, no degree, no backup plan. You have them. It's pointed to my belly. That's something. I don't even have names. Carrie stood up and handed me a notepad and a pen. Then pick some. I stared at the blank paper. My fingers trembled. Hope, I whispered, writing the letter slowly. And River. Beautiful, she said. They'll probably hate me for this life. No, they'll love you for surviving it. I pressed the notepad to my chest. Did you know I was planning our baby shower the day he left? I said. Carrie raised an eyebrow. Seriously? He said he had a work trip. But he was ring shopping for her. That man's trash. I still dream about him, I admitted. In the dream, he takes my hand. Says sorry, says he never meant to leave. And when you wake up, I'm cold. Always cold. She pulled out a folded blanket and handed it to me. I don't want to be this girl forever, I said. The one who got left? Then don't be, Carrie said. Start with tomorrow. I have $20 to my name. That's 20 more than yesterday. Laughed bitterly. You always this positive? No. I've just met too many women like you, like me, left behind, but still breathing. I looked at the notepad again. Hope and River. It sounds like a poem. It sounds like a promise. I didn't reply. I couldn't. I just nodded and held the names close. You're late, Mrs. Jin snapped as I tied my apron. I ran here. I panted. The bus broke down. She glanced at my belly. You shouldn't be running. You're a balloon ready to pop. I need this job. I didn't say you. Didn't? We worked in silence after that. Flour, dough, burned fingers. I stayed quiet and listened to the soft hum of the ovens and the distant kicks under my ribs. Your face looks like dialed bread, she muttered. Thanks. That's not a compliment. I didn't think it was. She smirked. You still want to kill him? Every morning, I said. But then I hear them. She looked at my belly again. Twins, right? Hope and River. She stopped kneading. You named them already? They're the only thing that's mine. She nodded once, then went back to her dough. 2 weeks later, my water broke in the middle of a night shift. Mrs. Jin's eyes widened. Is that did? You just... Yes. I doubled over. Oh my God. Don't scream in my kitchen. Sit down, breathe, wait. Don't sit. Wait, okay? I'll call Carrie, I wheezed. Call Nurse Carrie. Who the hell is that? She'll know what to do. I don't remember the ride. Just pain. So much pain. Screaming, crying, begging. Alone, push, Carrie said. You're doing great. Just push. I can't. I sobbed. I'm not ready. You are. They are. Hope came first. I didn't even see her face before they took her. K, way, dot, then river. His scream broke something open inside me. They're okay, I gasped. They're perfect, Carrie said, just like their mama. I lay there, numb eyes. Blurry, I thought I'd feel something more. You will, she said. Give it time. I thought maybe he'd show up. He didn't deserve to. I still wanted him to. I know. The next morning, Mrs. Jin showed up. I brought bread, she grunted. Babies need carbs. I blinked. You brought bread to a hospital. She set the bag down. It's fresh. You didn't have to. I know I didn't. She looked away. I didn't like you at first. I noticed you were soft. I still am. She looked at the twins sleeping beside me. Not anymore. Later, I held them close. Hope blinked slowly. River yawned. I'm sorry he's not here, I whispered, but I am. Hope made a little grunt. I don't know how to be a mom, but I'll try. I'll try every single day. Carrie walked in, smiling. Ready to go home? I laughed. That shelter bunk, Mrs. Jin offered her upstairs room. She said, just for a while. What? She grumbles, but she likes you. She called me spoiled yesterday. That means she trusts you. I packed slowly. To onesies, a pack of wipes, a faded notepad. You're really naming them Hope and River, Carrie asked. Yeah, they'll ask someday, she said, about their dad. I nodded. I'll tell them he didn't die. What then? That he disappeared. Carrie looked at me carefully. And that's the truth. It's all they need to know. I stepped out of the hospital with them in my arms. The sun was warm. My legs shook. Mrs. Jin waited by the car. Well, you coming or what? I climbed in. She didn't say anything for a while. Drove Dot then. She muttered, you'll need formula and diapers. I'm not buying it, but you'll need it. I'll figure it out, I said. You'd better. No crying in my bakery. I'll cry in the freezer then, she chuckled. Smart girl. Hold my hand, River. I want pretzels, he whined. After we find shoes for your sister, I want pink ones. Hope shouted. I laughed. You already have pink ones. We're here for sneakers. Hope tugged my arm. Mama, someone's looking at us. I turned. Dan froze. It was her, Alyssa, standing by the escalator, pale and thin, holding a crying toddler on her hip. Her hair was messy, her eyes dull, her wrist bruised. Purple and swollen, our eyes locked. She walked forward slowly, like she didn't trust her own legs. You're not dead, she whispered. No, I said. I never was. She stared at the twins. Her lips trembled. They're his. I said nothing. He told me you died. He told me you stole from him, that you were dangerous. I was pregnant. She blinked. He said you faked that. I looked down at Hope and River. They're 3 now. I don't fake well. Her eyes welled up. She shifted the baby on her hip. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know. I know. I didn't believe him at first, she said. But then he'd cry. Beg me to trust him. He said you were obsessed. I shook my head. It's good at rewriting stories, always has been. She swallowed hard. I'm sorry, you don't owe me anything. She opened her mouth, then shut it. Her eyes dropped to the twins again. They look like him. I know. She took a step back. I need to go. Alyssa, but she was already. Turning, running, almost Hope tugged my coat. Who was that lady? No one, I said. Just someone who forgot who she was. That night, I sat on my bed while the twins slept, scrolling on my phone. I wasn't looking for her. I just couldn't stop thinking. Her eyes. That bruise. The way she looked at me like I was a ghost. Then I found it. A blog. Anonymous. Just initials. But it was her. I knew it post after post. He screams when I don't answer fast enough. He threw my phone across the room yesterday. He said no one would believe me because I helped him lie. I stared at the screen, breath caught in my throat. A new post. I saw someone today. She's not dead. She looks strong. I think I used to be strong too. I laughed, bitter, quiet, so karma had come. Not with flames, not with sirens, just quietly. I didn't feel sorry for her. But I didn't hate her either. We'd both believed. The same lie. In the morning, Mrs. Jin eyed me over the counter. You look like someone stepped on your hope, she said. I snorted. More like someone handed it back in a broken box. That woman again. I nodded. She saw the twins and ran. Then I found her blog. Let me guess, abuse, regret, self-pity? Pretty much. Mrs. Jin folded her arms. Don't go soft. I'm not. I just didn't think I'd feel nothing. That's good. Means you're healing. She looked like a shell. She picked her poison. She picked him. Now she's choking on the dose. That's not your guilt to carry. I let out a breath. I keep thinking about what I'd say to her. Why say anything? Closure. Mrs. Jin rolled her eyes. Closure is a fancy word for reopening wounds. I smiled. You really should write fortune cookies. I'd rather throw them. Later that night, I opened the blog again. I typed one sentence. You don't owe me an apology. But you do owe yourself freedom. Then I closed the tab, deleted the link, pulled my twins into bed beside me. Hope kicked in her sleep. River snored like a cat. I kissed their foreheads, and for the first time in years, I didn't think about him. Just me, and them, and the quiet. The bell above the bakery door chimed. I didn't look up right away. Flour on my hands, kids laughing in the back. Another regular, probably. Excuse me, a voice said. Familiar to familiar. I froze. My fingers gripped the dough. No, it couldn't be. Can I talk to you? I looked up. And there he was, Ethan, standing across the counter like he'd never vanished. Like he hadn't married someone else and left me bleeding in a hospital. Bed, his eyes dropped to the floor, then flicked toward the corner, where Hope and River sat with coloring books. His mouth opened. Are they mine? I wiped my hands, said nothing. I didn't know. He stepped forward. They look like me. I still didn't speak. He glanced around. Can we talk in private? Mrs. Jin came out of the back, arms crossed. She's working. I just need a minute, Ethan said. She's busy. It's okay, I said. 5 minutes. He followed me out the back door. The alley smelled like burnt sugar and rain. He leaned against the wall. I messed up. I know. That. I crossed my arms, waited. I thought Alyssa was everything, he said. Clean, simple. No drama. I stared. But she left me, he added. Said I was broken, controlling, that I lied too much. I raised an eyebrow. She finally caught. Up, he stepped closer. I saw your blog comment. You read her posts, every one. After she left, I started questioning everything. Then I saw the twins, and he shook his head. I realized what I threw away. I looked down at his shoes. Polished, expensive. You still have more than what you left me with. He looked up fast. I don't want things. I want you. Them? I blinked. Now, yes, I want to be their dad. I said nothing. I know it's late, but I can change. Still nothing. Asterisk, I swear I'll make it right. No, I finally said. Do you want forgiveness? He nodded. I turned around and walked back inside. Mrs. Jin didn't ask questions. She handed me a tray of rolls. You okay? She asked. He asked for a second chance. I said. She snorted. And I gave him silence. She nodded. Good girl. Hope looked up. Who was that man? Mama? I knelt beside her. Just someone who didn't stay. River leaned against my arm. You mad? No, baby. I'm free. You sure you're ready for this? June asked, flipping through the folder in her lap. I nodded. He thinks I'll fold. She smirked. Then let's make him regret walking in here. I held my breath as the courtroom doors opened. Ethan walked in wearing a navy blue suit and fake confidence. He glanced at me, then at the twins clinging to my legs. His jaw tightened. He's wearing a Rolex to a custody hearing, June muttered. Classy Judge Ramirez entered. Everyone, rise. We stood. I kept one hand on River's back. His little fingers gripped mine. Case number 427. Carter versus Carter. Custody petition filed by the father. Let's begin. Ethan's lawyer, a tall man with a shiny forehead, stood first. Your Honor, my client was misled. He was denied access to his biological children. He seeks joint custody and visitation rights. June stood. My client was abandoned while 7 months pregnant. She received no support, financial, emotional, or otherwise. I have documentation to prove it. Judge Ramirez looked at me. You have anything to say? I stepped forward, heart racing. He knew I was pregnant. I called, texted, he blocked me. He married someone else the week I gave birth. Ethan stood up. That's not true, Mr. Carter, the judge warned. You'll get your turn. I reached into my folder. These are the bills. Hospital, shelter, prenatal care. I paid for everything alone. June handed them to the clerk. We also have her original text messages, dated, unanswered, and screenshots showing she was blocked. Ethan's lawyer cleared his throat. Regardless of the past, Mr. Carter is now prepared to be a father. He has a stable income and no relationship with the children. June cut in. I don't even know his name. The judge raised a brow. Is that true? Ethan shifted. I didn't know they existed until recently. You were at the bakery, I said. You saw them? You asked if they were yours. I was in shock, but you didn't follow up. He looked down. I panicked. You don't get to panic and file for custody 2 weeks later, I said. You left. You erased me. Now you want to rewrite history. He stepped forward. I'm their father. I have rights. Judge Ramirez leaned forward. Mr. Carter rights come with responsibilities. Where were you when these children were born? I didn't know, he repeated. And after you found out, I wanted to reconnect. She wouldn't let me. I gave you silence, I said. Not a restraining order. You could have tried. Ethan's hands curled into fists. I made mistakes. But that doesn't make me a bad parent. Judge looked at the twins, still pressed against my side. They're scared of him, I said softly. They asked me who the stranger was. June stepped forward. They are thriving. They have food, stability, school, routine. It's my client. Built all that from nothing. Ethan's lawyer tried again. Mr. Carter is financially capable. Money doesn't buy trust. Judge Ramirez snapped, silence. The judge folded her hands. I've seen too many parents try to claim redemption through the courtroom. Parenting isn't retroactive. You don't get to vanish for years and suddenly want weekends and holidays. Ethan's lawyer opened his mouth, then closed it. I've reviewed the evidence. This wasn't miscommunication, was abandonment. Judge Ramirez turned to me. And you chose survival. My chest tightened. This court denies the custody petition, she said. Visitation is also denied at this time. The father may refile in the future after establishing a consistent, supervised relationship approved by the mother. June smiled. Ethan's lawyer packed his things without a word. Ethan stood there, stunned. That's it. Judge Ramirez rose. That's justice. The gavel hit. Case closed. Outside. I leaned against the courthouse wall. Shaking. June handed me a bottle of water. You did it. I thought I'd cry, I said. I don't feel anything. You will, later. For now, she held up her hand. 5, I laughed and slapped her palm. Thank you. Don't thank me, she said. You did the work. The door opened. Ethan walked out, eyes red. He looked at me. I just wanted a chance. I didn't answer. He looked down at the twins. I'm sorry. Hope hid behind my leg. River turned his back. Ethan walked away. 2 strawberry buns, 1 black coffee, and 1 curious smile. I said, sliding the tray toward him. Ben grinned. Am I that obvious? Same order, same time, same booth. He pointed to the twins stacking sugar packets behind the counter. Same tiny sugar thieves, too. Hope looked up. We're not thieves. We're chefs, River added. I raised an eyebrow. You two are supposed to be drawing, not dismantling the condiment tray. Ben laughed. They've got excellent hand-eye coordination. Future engineers. Their future sugar highs waiting to happen, I muttered. Gathering empty plates from the nearby table, Ben leaned on the counter. Can I ask you something? No refunds on pastries, he chuckled. Not about the food. I glanced up. Then no promises. You always look like you're waiting for something to fall apart. I froze. That's not a question. He held his hands up. Fair. You seem strong but tired. I didn't answer. He sipped his coffee. Sorry. That was probably too much. Little bit. Blame the strawberry buns, he said. They make me honest. Hope tugged on my apron. Mama, can he read us a story? Yeah, River said. The turtle one. I looked at Ben. They usually ask strangers for bedtime stories. He shrugged. Maybe I have a trustworthy face. You're a man who buys pastries alone every evening. That's suspicious? Or romantic, he teased. I laughed before I could stop myself. He lowered his voice. Can I walk you all home tonight? No. Okay, I blinked. You're not going to argue? Nope. You said no. That's enough. I studied his face. No pity, no pressure. Just calm. The next night he was back, this time with a sticker book. Hope gasped. Turtles. Reinforcements, he said. 4 sugar packet chefs. River held the book close. Can he come home with us now? River, I warned gently. Ben raised a brow. I can wait. Later, when the bakery emptied, he stayed seated. You don't ask many questions, I said. Wiping the counter, I wait until people offer answers. Dangerous strategy, you might never get any. Then I'll just keep showing up for buns. I bit my lip. You're not scared off easily, huh? He shook his head. Life's already scary. Why make love harder too? I stiffened. Oh, said anything about love? No one. He smiled. But that word makes you flinch. I turned away. I used to believe in things. Marriage. Forever. Now I believe in keeping the lights on and making it to bedtime. Ben stood. I believe in buns. It's because you've never been left in a hospital bed while your world burns. Silence. I kept wiping. Sorry, that was real, he said softly and valid. You don't even know what happened. He leaned against the counter. You were hurt badly and you're still standing. That's enough for me. Most men would walk away. He met my eyes. Some things are worth walking toward. My throat tightened. River peeked out from behind the door. Mama, he's still here? Still here? Ben said gently. Hope joined him. Can we go now? Ben looked at me. Last offer. I walked 10 steps behind just to make sure you all get home safe. I nodded slowly. Okay, just this once. Hope cheered. It's coming. I grabbed my coat. Don't make a big deal out of it. He smiled. Wouldn't dream of it. Outside, the night was cool. River held one of Ben's fingers without asking. Hope chattered about turtles. You don't talk much, I said, walking beside him. Listening's underrated. And what do you hear? That you didn't stop believing. You're just careful who you give your hope to now. We reached the corner of my block. This is us, I said. He stopped. Then this is me. I turned to him. Why strawberry buns? My mom used to bake them, he said. She said they tasted like forgiveness. I blinked. What does that even mean? He smiled. You'll know when you're ready. Your resume says bakery, Why apply here? Maya asked, skimming the paper. I clasped my hands because kids don't lie. And mine taught me more than any job ever did. She looked up. You're a single mom. 2 of them. Twins. She smiled. I love twins. Chaos, right? Beautiful chaos. Have you worked with children outside of parenting? No formal training, but I've read every bedtime book ever written. And I know how to stop a tantrum with raisins. She laughed. Good answer. This place needs patience, heart, energy. I've got all 3, just maybe not in equal doses. She set the paper down. Can you start Monday? I blinked. Wait, Trilly, you're hired. We need people who care. So that night, I tucked Hope into bed. Guess what, baby? You got a unicorn. Nope, a new toaster. Closer. I got a new job. River poked his head out of the blanket fort. Where? At a kids' center. Do we get to go? Sometimes. But mostly, I'll help other kids too. Will they be nice? Hope asked. I'll make sure they are. Ben came by the next morning, big smiles. What did I miss? I'm employed. Congratulations. He handed me a paper bag. Victory buns. I opened it. Strawberry, obviously. At the center, children raced down the hall like confetti. Maya tossed me a lanyard. Welcome to the madness. A small girl clung to my leg 5 minutes in. I crouched. Hey there, she whispered. Can I have more snack? I slid her an extra apple slice. Just don't tell the raisin police. She smiled. By Thursday, I'd memorized 17 names and mopped glitter off every surface. I loved it. Ben met me after closing. You smell like finger paint. Jealous, slightly. He took Hope's hand. Then River's. I watched their tiny fingers curl around his like it was always meant to be. Back home. I found the message. Alyssa, I'm sorry I believed him. I didn't know. I do now. I stared at the screen. Typed. Nothing. Closed it. Who was that? Ben asked gently. Just someone who's still healing like me. You okay? Think I'm getting there? The next day, River slammed his coloring book down. Done, Hope gasped. Mama, he drew us with Ben. I looked. A lopsided house. Stick figures. Okay. One of them holding 2 tiny hands. You gave him hair this time, I teased. River nodded. Because he's real now. Ben laughed behind me. That's an upgrade from imaginary. Don't let it go to your head. I said. Later that week, I got a call. Is this Ms. James? A man asked. Yes, says Mr. Yates. From City Housing. Your application went through. You're approved. I nearly dropped the phone. Wait, really. You can pick up your keys Friday. Small unit, but stable. I sat down. Thank you. Hope watched me hang up. Mama, why are you crying? Because we're getting our own place, River cheered. With a blue door, we'll paint it ourselves. Moving day was loud, messy, perfect. I carried in boxes while the twins chased each other across. Bare Floors. Ben brought pizza and a toolkit. Ready to be a homeowner, renter, semantics. He installed curtain rods while Hope picked her room. I stood outside as the sun set. Our apartment looked tiny. Strong. Ben joined me. You okay? I nodded. They called me broken. He was quiet, but I built something anyway. You did, he said. You've built everything. That night, after the twins fell asleep, I whispered to the empty room. We made it. The balloons look okay. Hope picked the pink ones, Ben said, tying the last one to a chair. River voted dinosaurs. So we compromised with pink dinosaurs. I laughed, very on brand. The apartment buzzed with movement streamers. Frosting smudged napkins. Laughter. Maya brought coloring books. Mrs. Jin carried 2 trays of dumplings. Nurse Carrie arrived with a cake shaped like a rainbow. Hope spun in her dress. Mama, do I look 5? You look magical. River grinned, frosting already on his chin. I'm 5'2", right? You were born 2 minutes after her. He frowned. Does that mean she's the boss? Hope raised her chin. Obviously, Ben knelt beside them. Who's ready to make a wish? Hope tugged my sleeve. Wait, what's wrong? Her eyes were round. Do you think Daddy loves us? The room blurred for a second. I felt the air tighten. I went down to their level and held both their hands. He didn't know how to love, I said gently. But that was his failure, not yours. Did he ever want us? River asked. My voice caught. He didn't choose us, but I did. Every single day. Hope tilted her head. So we're still loved. I touched my forehead to hers. More than the stars love the sky. Ben reached into his pocket. Want to light the candles? Hope nodded. River clapped. I want the green one. Green it is, Ben said. They each leaned forward and blew. I clapped louder than anyone else. Mrs. Jin handed me a dumpling. You didn't cry? I smiled. I cry less these days. You're stronger than people realize. I think I always was. Carrie hugged me from the side. They're beautiful. They saved me. Maya joined us. You saved yourself. They just reminded you how. I looked around, streamers, laughter, no Ethan, no silence. Just joy. Ben stepped beside me, his voice low. You okay? I'm whole. Even on a pink dinosaur day. Especially, the twins opened gifts next. Hope gasped at a glittery journal. River roared at a toy triceratops. This is the best day ever. Hope squealed. It's not over yet, Ben said. We still have the treasure. Hunt. River jumped. Is there candy? Obviously, Ben smirked. I'm not a rookie. I leaned against the kitchen counter as they ran. Mrs. Jin passed me a cup of tea. You did it, she said. 5 years, you're not the girl who cried in the shelter anymore. No, I said, I'm someone who built a kingdom. From crumbs and your crown, she asked. Covered in frosting, I smiled. Hope ran back in. Mama, there was a clue in the bathtub. River shouted from behind her, and candy in your shoe. Ben held up his hands. I swear, it was sanitary. I laughed until I nearly choked. Later, after the guests left, the floor sticky. With crumbs and glitter, I sat with the twins by the window. You know what today was? I asked our birthday, River said. More than that, it was proof. Proof of what? Hope asked, yawning. That broken things can become beautiful. River curled against my side. Like us. Exactly like you. Ben knelt to pick up wrapping paper. They're amazing. They're my heartbeat. He paused. Can I ask you something? I turned. Course. Would it be okay if I was part of their heartbeat too? I blinked. You already are. He kissed the top of my head. Then that's the best gift I've ever gotten. The twins snored softly. I brushed their hair back, tucked them in. I stepped outside with Ben, moonlight painting the porch silver. I used to think love was a finish line, I said. It's not. It's the miles. It's the bruises, the rest stops. And now, I think love is watching your kids fall asleep safe. It's knowing they'll wake up happy. He squeezed my hand. And it's letting someone walk beside you. I smiled. Even on pink dinosaur days, especially. Inside, a crayon drawing sat taped to the fridge. It showed a stick family. Me, Hope, River, and Ben. He noticed it too. I have hair. Again, they voted. You made the cut. I reached into a drawer and pulled out a small photo of the sonogram from 5 years ago. I almost threw this away. I said, Ben looked down at the blurry twin outlines. Why didn't you? 'Cause, even when everything else left, they stayed. He looked at me. And now? I stay for them. And for me? Hope's voice drifted from her room. Mama. I walked in. Yes, baby, I love you more than cake. River added, and dinosaurs. My chest tightened in the best way. I love you more than anything, Ben whispered from the doorway. And they love you back. I kissed their foreheads. Sleep now. Outside, the stars blinked quietly. I closed the door behind me and stood in the stillness. Once, I was a girl abandoned on a hospital floor. Now, I was their mother. Their world. Their home. End this was my legacy.